Something is very off, and everybody is feeling it right now. And I'm going to explain to you what we're feeling. There's no denying it anymore. Even people that maybe weren't so aware of all the great changes that are happening in the world, they're all feeling it. And something is very, very off within the body, the emotional code within the body. You see, you've been living a certain way. Your nervous system was living and calibrated a certain way for so many years. And what you're experiencing is your nervous system rewiring to something different. People that are tuned into this podcast daily know that the world is about to change in a way that it's never been before. We actually have no previous subconscious programs to literally understand it. In your life, there are things that are very easy for you to do because you have programs from the past. But then there are certain things in life that are very difficult. Many people across the world, there's such a density right now. And the reason it seems like a bad thing, but the truth of the matter is, your nervous system is picking up on something different. Where you were for your whole life, the lack, the limitation, it has to change. And now that your internal system changed, you see things. There are people that are seeing a loop in their life. Maybe you woke up today and you said, you know what? I'm not living this fake life anymore. Did you say that? You said to yourself, I'm not living this fake life, right? And it's very uncomfortable. The driving force is the heart and the soul. At this time, there are people in the world that their heart is coming online. And you're not living a life like a robot. You're not living a life like a soulless being. You're driven. You are beyond motivated. You're driven through your soul. And we do have to marinate in this pain. For the most part, in today's lesson, I'll be discussing a lot of the emotions and the changes that are happening to get us. Because there is one word that everyone's going to be focusing on. If you're new to this, and there's people that come every day, there's people that come across these messages in divine timing. You have to focus on this term, embodiment. And if you're able to focus on the term embodiment, then you're going to understand the changes that are occurring. And this is what you're going to have to do to navigate to our next phase, because this next phase in our development, on our journey, is happening right now. Something is very off in the world. In my personal life, random people coming over to me crying, telling me their life story. Maybe you're a person, right? You're a highly evolved, you're a very conscious individual, and you might have random people come over to you and tell you their life story, right? I also have a friend, and we bump into each other, and he had to tell me that this guy came over to me and just randomly told me his life story. I said, his name is also Michael. I said, Mike, because you're just like me, okay? We look totally not like each other, right? But we have the same like type of soul, right? The same type of frequency, right? And you're going to be experiencing this, but a lot of people are crying out right now. They feel something is very, very off in the world, right? And I'm going to explain this all to you. It's a very important video today. Very grateful if you hit the like button. We are live on the air. And when you hit the like button, it allows others to get this notification. Let's get the notifications out for once. Emotional codes. In the modern era, people were programmed. You were programmed to disregard your emotions. And actually, your emotions guide you to your highest calling. And when you have pain, what's your prediction? Pain. Clubber Lang was right. Okay, there's a lot of pain right now, and we need to marinate in the pain. Some people don't want to marinate in the pain. And when you're sitting in the pain, this is your nervous system. I'm teaching about your nervous system that's being rewired right now. But when you marinate in the pain, you are going through a Heinrich metamorphosis. You are actually going through evolution. And if you don't sit in this pain for a sustained period of time, there will never be any change. And people will all experience pain in this. When we say something is off and you're seeing people act strange, attributes in your life, people, things, situations, personal Mandela effects, things are changing. When your nervous system is changing, when your frequency is changing, this outer world must change. And when you sit in this pain and you marinate in the pain, let it marinate. That's your nervous system being reset. And there's a lot of crying. A lot of people, have been crying. Divine feminine, divine masculine are going to have different, overall experiences with this very potent energy. We have been in this energy really for over a year. There are people that like to spiritual bypass in a cookie cutter. They got cookie cutter spirituality out there. We don't do that here. But in order for permanent change, not a Band-Aid, in order for permanent change, the nervous system must be rewired. And there are so many people there's an energy that has hit the earth. Do you know this? And I discussed the Schumann resonance. For anyone that's new, you click subscribe today. Take the journey. These things, it's a lot. It's almost overwhelming to feel it. And the purpose of this is for you to see the loop. If you are comfortable, you're not going to make any changes because, ready? People don't change until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. And that happens in many attributes in our life. I always share about, my journey of relocation. There's many people, I know them, they'll never leave Brooklyn. They'll never leave. They're still living there. They'll never leave. Okay, it takes a tremendous amount. And I've lived through this. It's difficult to leave your hometown. And certain things in life, it's got to get so painful that your heart, it's all about the heart. You could get the green hearts. So your heart chakra is actually green. Look at the beautiful greens, right? It's got to be about the heart. You are leaving that rational brain. You are shutting off that NPC, that soulless. You're going to go out in the world. One of my videos that's getting a lot of traction, 80% of the world, the people in the world are operating like a soulless NPC. Do you see this? Because they can't be heart-driven. But this is scary. I'm giving you the truth. So when you switch off that brain, my brain told me I have to do this job. My brain said I have to live this way. My brain said I have to, go for this type of relationship and deny my heart. Wow. It's a very painful existence. They are like cyborgs, Brandy. Okay. So if you're on this podcast today, there is something happening inside. People say, Mike, how come I'm feeling all these pains? And again, your subconscious, your soul, it's a real thing. I know mainstream wants to deny the other attributes of life, right? I've been sharing, I watched this documentary about the old school mirrors from the 19th century. They broke them all because there were certain ways that when people were aware of their soul, when people were aware that there was more to this physical existence, the Maya, right? So that's how you're controlled. You are controlled. So some people, they use the term cradle to grave. They're controlled cradle to grave. And when you break free of this, it's terrifying. And what you're feeling right now, when you say something is off and you're feeling it and you're feeling the emotional codes leave your body because that's not your life anymore, and you're crying out and you reflect on your life. And some people reflect on the life. You say, wow, look at this relationship I have. What a miserable POS, right? You woke up to it. Look at this job I have. What a miserable, crummy job. One of the things that was important to me, above everything else, above it all, I hope if I inspire one person with this word right now, with this motivational speech right now, I put my freedom above everything else. When you're a soul, right? When you're, and you feel this, there's a very important quote in life. Some people would rather die on their feet than live a life on their knees. Most of society will live a life on their knees. But you said, I gotta be free. I'm not gonna be, living my life because of the money. I'm not going to be trapped by, worthless relationships, right? Obligationships. No, it's got to be true love. It's got to be true passion. It's got to be vocation. So when you feel something is off right now, and so many people are feeling it, and random people coming over to you, telling you in person and crying all over the place, this is your confirmation right now. There's no more situationships, Ronnie, absolutely. And if people, you can try to deny your soul, right? I'm just giving you the answers. There are good people in the world. You want to deny it. That's why your life keeps becoming a train wreck. There's no more train wrecks. It's got to be driven by the soul. It's got to be in the Starship Commando. The Starship is taking off right now. We're going up to the heavens. That's coming from the heart space. And it's not comfortable. Love is not comfortable. And people will deny it. And people will do anything else but actually be a real man or a real woman. Did you know this? So in order to get to where we're headed, we are in a situation, a pruning. And what people are saying, because we are far beyond, and that's why we truthfully have to embrace and embody there is no finish line. You are sitting there right now. You are sitting there right now, and you're saying to yourself, this is the energy you feel. You say, how is this possibly going to work out? Timmy G, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, Timmy G. I love you. You're sitting there right now with not a stitch of evidence in the outer world. There's not one stitch of evidence right now, and your soul and your heart's pounding away. And you say, how can this possibly, there's no evidence in the outer world. How can this possibly work out? Okay. If you're live, hit an emoji, comment if you're watching the replay. Soul Star Productions, thank you so much. I'm very grateful for the super chat. I love you. How can this possibly work out? And that is where that soul, that is it's the Heinrich metamorphosis of what is called the embodiment. And there are things that are happening right now. The revelation that everything was a lie. You might have went on YouTube and Facebook and all these other places, and they're gonna say, and they're gonna have this reading for you, and they're gonna have this for you. I'm just speaking the truth. I know it's gonna trigger some people, but you could hit the like button. You could share this video across the world. You're sitting there and you said you're gonna have this epiphany. There's a reason for this. You had this epiphany. Everything was a lie. There was these people out there giving me this stuff, and it was a lie. And you woke up to this lie. And the reason that this happened was forcing you. It was forcing you to go within. And this energy and this healthy anger, Dr. Gabor calls it healthy anger, right? This force, it's an internal force, not an external force. You got to stop going out to fake people out there on the internet, fake people in your life that don't know better than you. It's got to go inside, and it's got to marinate on the inside, and it's totally uncomfortable, and it was always about your heart. And then this heart is going to get real strong like a lion. Are the lions here? And this energy that there's crying, there's healthy anger, there's the heart palpitations, there's tremendous pain in the lower back because you're bracing for impact. You're still, what the heck, you can't see anything. You don't know how deep this is. I mean, you're in a place right now, you say, this could go on for years. But it takes 1 second. It takes one text. It takes one moment, right? But you never know when it's going to. So your lower back is bracing right now, and you're feeling all this. And all of this intensity right now, something is off. It was forcing you to go within. It was forcing you to go within. All roads lead to who? I am. Stephen, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. We grow under pressure. Diamond hearts. Beautiful. I appreciate that. Debbie Hill, thank you so much for the super chat. I will keep it up and keep pumping, baby. Oh, I love that sticker. We're going to be pumping all day. I appreciate that, Debbie. I love that. Thank you so much. Right? So, and there is a sorting happening in the world. People cannot keep up. There were people from my past that pretended to be on an ascension journey, a spiritual. They could not keep up. And I'm gonna teach you this if you're able to hold your attention throughout this talk today. What I'm doing right now, real life evidence on this channel. Click subscribe. You say, wow, here's a real one. Here's some real. Here are some real life solutions to what we can actually do. Not waiting for Glip Glab to come out of the starship. Okay, you're the commander of the starship. What an amazing epiphany you have if you get that through your brain. Poppy, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm just here to learn more and more. Sending love for all the lessons. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Poppy. And that's what I learned on my journey. I learn more and more every single day. That's how I'm wired. That's my embodiment. That's my frequency. Every day I got to learn something new. If a person hears that and they don't like that, that's why you're going to get left behind. Some people want to do the spiritual bypass, and that's cool. Maybe this talk is not for you. But if you're sitting there and you get to this place in life and there's crying and there you feel that something is off and your soul and the heart's pounding out of the chest and the lower back, you're feeling it as well. And you're feeling that Heinrich metamorph. Do you think that caterpillar feels comfortable as it liquefies on the inside because it has to become a beautiful butterfly? Probably a lot of pain. You're in a lot of pain. We're all in a lot of pain. It's all about the pain. Why does it have to be pain? Because if it's pain, it's something that actually matters. In life, if it was a job, I can let go of this. I don't care about that. If here's all these girls throwing themselves at you, right? But the one that ran away, it's pain, right? Because that's the one that mattered. Right, all these beta males. Let me talk to my divine feminine. How you doing? Right, here's all the worthless beta males, the filth of society, throwing themselves at you. Right, but the one guy that you were too afraid to go after. Right, that and it's pain in your heart and it's terrifying in the heart. That's what matters. The pain tells you that's the love. That's what matters. That's the pain. And then you marinate in the pain, and the pain is going to change you, and it's going to change you to your highest calling. Right now, a lot of people, there's a lot of filth in this world, Midge. I appreciate you, brother. Right? There's a lot of pain in the world. Because you see and you might be a person. You see what's the wrong stuff being done to our children, right? Smash the like button. Share the video today. Say enough is enough. Because there's people There's people in the world, they're only concerned about their own ego, right? And again, what you need to learn is you have to learn about the I am. You have to make sure your cup is filled up first. But when you go out in life, it's not just about the money. It's about your vocation and what you're putting forward to. Are you growing other people? Or are you, like, there's plenty of people that are operating like a parasite in the world. You could extract funds from other people. You could play women, right? You could pretend, right, beta male, and you could just throw them away. Oh, and I did all this, right? But in the end, right, that doesn't mean anything. You could be a parasitical woman, right? You could manipulate a man. You could steal half his pension and a home, right? But that's nothing, right? And you're going to see these people in the world. So there has got to be what's happening right now. It's got to bring it to the heart space, and the heart space is not a joke. And this is the mode that operates inside, and it operates in the warrior. This is the path of the warrior. A lot of people like that motivational speech that I put up on YouTube. And you have to operate as the path of the warrior, not the path of the cream puff, not the path of the fake spiritual guru, not the path of the spiritual bypasser, the path of the light warrior. That's what it has to be all the time. It's the embodiment of. This is FAFO, season angel. Absolutely. And we're getting to it. Those that are focused on this video to the end, we're getting to it. Wow, he's got real life evidence on the channel. I can't believe it. Here's something real out there, okay? We do not battle against flesh and blood, but against principalities. So what does this mean? It's not about the actual people, this, that, and the other thing, but the principalities. And the principalities are the subconscious programs in the matrix, or how people are controlled by an energetic force called a pendulum. You have to battle through this. You have to get out of that demented brain. And you got, right now, you got to activate, and you got to live from the heart. And there are people, they absolutely can't do it. They can't do it. They're overwhelmed with fear. They're overwhelmed with fear. And that's where society puts you. It puts you into the fear. But something's happening inside of you right now where your nervous system is wiring to love, it's wiring to the heart. And in the fakeness in the world, I don't do fakeness here. I do the truth. You got to stand up. You got to get mad. You got to get angry. And you have, am I nailing it, Regina? I love to nail it. Do you like it deep? I'm the man for the job. Oh my God. Let's get ready. Let's get ready right now. You have to stand up. You got to stand tall. You can't be the doormat anymore. You got to say, my heart. And the heart is pounding and pounding. And what the heart is pounding down is something called a frequency fence. You lived within this frequency fence for maybe your whole life. This was your financial level. This was the type of disgraceful relationship. Look at these disgraceful girls. Get them the heck out of my life. Look at these disgraceful beta males. Get them the heck out of my life. I got to have a real man in my life. There's got to be a divine feminine that's hearing us today. And you got to get up, because you will run. I know the code. I know the code. You just do a loop. You got to get up and you got to run towards the divine masculine, because you probably will run away. There are many women in this world that will go for a man, a boy that they could control, instead of going for the divine masculine. And that's it. There are many men, instead of saying, you know what, this woman inspires me to be a builder, you're going to go for the arm candy. And if at any time, you know, you say, this guy's speaking the truth right now, you hit the like button. It's just the truth. I know these things because I study the humans. I study and at 80% of the time, this is what people will go for. People say, you're like a prophet, because you could study the codes. And people in the world would rather, because it's easy, they would rather go for the low-hanging fruit. They'd rather go with the ego because they're afraid, because this is going to bring me to my highest calling, okay? It's a tremendous YouTube short I put up. The heart is all the time. I'm only here today. I had to go through scary things. All the time it was scary. If you are new and you say, wow, how'd you get to where you are today? You click subscribe, okay? And every time, if I'm teaching people what to do, that means I literally had to do it. I couldn't spiritual bypass it, ladies and gentlemen. I had to rise up. I had to go through it. I had to fight through the pain. And you have to go through the fear, which is known as a frequency fence. It's literally a frequency. There's no person, though people can pop up. It is just a frequency that operates. They come into your life. You ever see these people and they come into your life, right? Why is this person looking at me? Why did this person come? Why? Here it comes. Ready? Why did this person either show up just to make me feel a certain emotion, or why did this person randomly text me nonstop and call me for an hour and then vanish to make me feel a certain emotion? Do you understand the code of the matrix? Click subscribe today and wake TF up. You're in a matrix, kid. You're in a matrix. So the sooner you don't turn around, you do. What year are we in? What year are we in? We are in the year of the fire horse. The horsemen of the apocalypse are here. And we are moving forward. And this whole matrix is burning down to the ground. Oh yeah. It's burning down to the ground. You cannot turn. The people that pop up, the NPCs that pop up, is just to get you to turn back. We don't turn back. The fake spiritual gurus that are out there that sit there kumbaya. We're not kumbayaing today. Now, in our lives, the authentic journey, which I teach, and it's never going to go away. When I say this never goes away, right? There's a lot of fake people that give you fads and stuff. It fades over time. In life, God's going to put you in a season. Or an FAFO season. Put the fire horse in the chat. If you get scared, you cannot turn around. And that was yesterday's lesson. A lot of people fell for the great deception, right? Did you watch yesterday's lesson? Anyone that's new, you watch yesterday's. A lot of people resonated with that. It's got to be I am. It's got to be this heart. It's got to be the heart. And that heart is going to make you feel very uncomfortable. If you are saying to yourself, something is off right now, I'm feeling it. I just feel something is off. It's your nervous system. The neural networks in the brain, also the stomach, right? The stomach tells you, oh, there was a lot of danger in a post-2020 world, constantly bracing for impact, okay? The neural networks are breaking and rebuilding. Do you think you think, this is going to feel great? My neural networks are breaking and rebuilding. Wow, this feels great. No, it doesn't. It doesn't feel great. I can raise my own hand, right? I don't pretend to be, this is all, it's all cool. Okay, it's uncomfortable. You feel depression. Where's depression coming from? It's called the dark night of the soul. Full video on the channel page, Dark Night of the Soul. And you're going to have multiple dark nights of the soul. It's not just one. Something feels off. The people all feel it inside. And if at any time throughout this podcast and you're saying, you know what, I'm feeling it. I got a random neighbor. There's going to be, and you're going to say to yourself, these random people come over, tell me their life story for no reason. And there's something that's inside. It's a frequency. And then you will go out into society right now. If you're in tune, right, because some people are numb to everything. It's the good, the bad. It's just truth. You want to know the truth. You want to be sensitive. And that's why you go through things very quickly now. You might be able to heal things quickly. You could physically heal things quicker, and we have to heal the emotions. And a lot of things that happen in our life, the ailments that we have, they're emotions that are trapped in the body. And these emotions that are coming up to be purged, The neural pathways in the brain, the neural networks in the body, they're literally shattering inside of you. You're rebuilding them right now. Oh, it feels great. I'm having a spiritual awakening. No, it's terrifying. It's terrifying, okay? Hit the like button so people know the truth. This is what it really is. And this is happening in what's the main source? It's got to be that heart. It's got to be that heart, and that heart's pounding away. I'd rather be free is what I said. And that's what people say. I'm so sick and tired of fake relationships, fake people. I'm so sick and tired of reporting to a fake job. There is something in your life right now. We all have a different journey. We're not all the same. So like there are things in my life, like a person might hear this. I have to teach this very authentically because so many people, it's very generic, and I spend time teaching so that you really get it. Like, for me, I already did my relocation. Maybe you are getting this and you're called to relocate right now. Maybe you're called to not be a runner and running away from love. It's the only way. Some people are married. They're in a beautiful marriage, right? There's something. Maybe you say, I got to change. I got to change my job because I got to be healthy for my wife and kids. I did that video. A lot of people resonated with that video. Oh, you reported to that business and you sacrificed, and maybe your relationship and the relationship you had with your kids suffered because of that job. And they said, thanks for your service. And they threw you out like a broken battery. They just tossed you to the curb. Here on this channel, we're going to get back in touch with the soul. And sometimes our soul is telling us, I'd rather be free. And in order to do this, we have to go through pain. We have to go through what's called the bridge of incidents. I don't understand. I don't understand all these things that are collapsing in my life. But if I want to have this beautiful family, if I want to have this beautiful relationship, anything in life, you're going to have to go through these things. And the soul knows. And what you're feeling when you say something is off right now, the soul knows. And the soul knows if you went on this journey and what was rightfully yours, now we're going to get deep. What was rightfully yours was stolen from you. Your love was stolen from you. Your rewards were stolen from you. Oh, there was a lot of crazy stuff that happened in the post-2020 world, right? And what's happening right now, that's that healthy anger that Dr. Gabor said. And we're going to have to activate this warrior code that's inside of us. The warrior inside takes control, and you realize, because that's your soul. You said, this was supposed to be my whatever it was. And, that's why we have to learn it all. We have to go on a journey. And we're all doing this right now. And I'm called to do these things right now. And in the lost years, if Jesus went to India, Tibet to train and study, then Michael goes to India, Tibet to train and study. We must awaken to the truth. We must rise up. We must take back control of our everyday lives, and we must take back what is rightfully ours. What God had in store for us, we must take it back. And we have to study these things. We got to study. I use this term. The fake ones don't. You got to study. There are real, actual things in life. I seen this in my life. I see these fake beta males in the gym. They will do anything. They'll take anything under the sun instead of actually doing the work. Am I speaking the truth? Same thing with the fake modern woman. They'll do anything to paint an illusion because in life, they think that they get to a finish line. It's got to be the embodiment. Everything is the embodiment. That's why I've seen these people in life. They might look a certain way or behave a certain way for a year or two. They just wanted to paint an illusion. They thought there was a finish line, and then they fall apart. In life, you have to have the embodiment. I'm the embodiment. It didn't matter what came in my journey. All I did was become better and better. It's not about the outer world. It's about my personal journey. And my number one priority was my peace and my freedom. And did I accomplish it? Absolutely. You have to embrace this over time. There is no finish line. That's why so many fake marriages fail. Watch my video, 99%. Oh, you're fake. Because they have a fake finish line. There's people, oh, I'm gonna have a spiritual awakening, all this other stuff, right? And they just think that there is no finish line. You must keep going. I hope everyone writes it today. Keep going. We are table flippers today, Caroline. And just like Jesus flipped the tables, and you say, wait a second, there's wrongness being done in the world. There's wrongness being done to our children. And in your personal life, the blessings that were stolen from you, you got to train and you got to summon these things back. And if we have to go to Tibet, then we have to study these things. Every single day I study. That's why I'm the best there is, because it's the embodiment that I have. And you will have this embodiment as well. And his heart's got to open up right now. That's the embodiment. And in life, we go through a process. Carl Jung calls it the process of individuation. Carl Jung believes that Jesus Christ was the first man to complete the process of individuation. And it's not about being perfect. And it's not about choosing sides. No. It was about being authentic. It's deep stuff. You have no idea. You have no idea who your true brothers and sisters are. Who's trying to help you. Who's trying to teach you. But you're given this fake world. So when the whole processing system goes down, you're going to say to yourself, something feels off in the world. And there are physical shakings. There's energy that is blasting this earth right now. There are new people to the channel. We're blasted with solar flashes, spikes in the Schumann resonance. And we have another one coming in. And these things cause great shakings, the micro and the macro. If there's a great shaking that is going to shake this earth, it's going to shake your everyday life. We are the collection of humanity. We are the collection of humanity. And when all of our hearts are blasting off at the same time, but guess what? Does it mean anything's going to happen? No. Because there are people, and you could be a good person. I'm just trying to coach you up, like if I were to coach you up in the gym. The greatest consciousness coach there is. You sit there in the fear. All you needed to do was live your life freely, and you actually changed the world. If you actually went for real love, you actually changed the world. Carl Jung said, the greatest privilege in life, it's a privilege, is to simply be yourself. Live, and people can't live their own lives. They can't. They live in fear. They go for fake relationships. They go for fake jobs. They go for fake everything. And you're a person, you're on this podcast today, and that heart is pounding out of your chest, and you say, I can't do the fake stuff. I can't have fake friends. I can't have a fake relationship. I can't have a fake beta male in my life. I can't have a fake modern woman in my life. I gotta have the king in my life. I have to have the lioness in my life. Someone's got to resonate with this today. I can't have the fake job in my life just to pay the bills, just to be just over broke with the bills. I got to rise up. I got to have a vocation. I got to be the creator. I got to create every day. I say, oh my God, I'm so grateful I could show up 9 a.m. Eastern, click subscribe. Every day I get to show up. And what a blessing it is. A blessing it is to create and create what my heart and soul is telling me to create. And not being told by someone, right, brothers, you put all your heart and soul into that corporation, right? 15 years, they said, you're laid off. I don't need you no more. And you said, how much of my life? How much of my real life? What's the money worth? Again, there's a place in life, as I teach authentically. Once you get past that survival mode, what are you going to do with all that money? What do you really? It's about your soul. It's about experiences in life. A lot of us, we could go through you might be alone. I tell you right now, I living through it, to have a real person in your life that you could communicate with, a person that really sees you, it is truthfully the gold. It's truthfully in the gold. And the heart is pounding for it right now. And it's only you. And when that lower back is tightening up because you don't know, like we are way past, because there was no finish line. Oh, everything's going to be fine this date. And nothing ever really changed in the outer world. The change is happening on the inside. And when you get that pain and you're sitting there saying, there's no evidence out there, this could go on for more years in your life. And that's where your soul is getting agitated, because you could say to yourself, and I have a lot of friends that feel this too, how much more of my life is going to be wasted? Your life, and that's where you have to end the season. Your life, this is where people fall when they start spirituality, when they start this ascension process. You're not always in a process of healing. It's already done. Creation is already done. And you will know. And how do you know? It is that internal shift that happens. Not the shift that the people tell you on the TV. Okay, this is the thing here. It's always the I am. It's always the heart. And it's your everyday life. Absolutely, love is here. I had a lot of friends over the years talk about that. Yeah. It's really scary. It's really scary. So when the earth, and you're feeling this, and really what this is your nervous system and all the neural pathways in the brain, all of these things, you're feeling it inside the body, and that feeling that you have in the heart, that's very overwhelming. There is, when you get to this place, it overrides everything. Please hear this. Please hit the like button so people hear the truth. This is the truth. This is the answer. Because if you're on this journey, it doesn't matter what the moon says, the cards say, this says, that says. There's a time in the life. There's a time in the life when that heart chakra there is the internal shift personally for your everyday life. And that is the answer all the time. There's nothing that could change it but that internal shift of the nervous system. And it's not easy. Because now that the inner and the out, it's not a match no more. And then you're squirming and you say, well, how deep is this? How deep is this going? How deep is it down there? Jenny writes, it's very difficult now. Okay. That's why I appreciate people standing up, sharing the video. Let's get the truth out to the people. And you're going to have to go within. And we discussed this yesterday. People will fall for the great deception right now. Absolutely. It's not your problem. What's your problem? Mike, what's my problem? Your everyday life is your problem, and no one else is your problem. Nobody else is your problem. The fake NPCs, the Hylics of the world, will say things like, you're selfish and this and that. In the real reality, we are all responsible for our own life. And once you do that and you fill your cup up and you realize you're worthy and the cup is filled and we're worthy, then you could go out. But everyone wants to spiritually bypass steps of life. You must go through them. We are going through them. We are literally feeling them, and it's not comfortable. It's highly uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Call back your energy. And that's what we're focused as we're ending this podcast with this. We are all calling back our energy for what is rightfully ours. Whether it's in our work, our vocation, whether it's in our love and relationships, where the real people need to be together. Whatever is rightfully ours, whatever God had planned for us, we call it back, and we call it back now. These are our everyday lives. And now we are taking over. That's it. All right. So this was a powerful one. I know a lot of people are feeling this energy, and if you don't understand the energy, and I have videos on the heart chakra activation. This is not a love and light thing. It's very powerful. It's very overwhelming. You could have a lot of crying coming up. So if you are new, and a lot of people are feeling the stomach, the back, I recently did a full video on those physical symptoms. We're still in this window. That video is going to pop up over here at the pinned comment. If you have questions about the physical, your solar plexus is so important, right? The root chakra, talked a little bit about the lower back today. You're going to watch that one, all right? Your whole body, your whole nervous system, all of the chakras of the body, right? It's the nervous system is connected to everything, all of your systems, right? Is going to be controlled by that. So have your revelations, have your inner awakenings, and I love you all, and I appreciate the community support. I appreciate the love, and where are we headed? Destination unknown. And I'm sharing authentically. It's terrifying when there is no evidence. I have no clue what today will bring. All I know is I got to do it all over again with no evidence. This is the truth. There's no guru that can help you. It has to be the inner shift, the inner body. So anyone that made it to the end, if you feel something is off in the body, in the world, you're seeing these weird behaviors from people. Ooh, look at that's what I do right now. I go, ooh, look at that weird behavior. I ain't turning around. Where's the fire horses? Because the Archangel Michael have brought the horsemen of the apocalypse to burn this matrix to the ground. That's what it is. And that's what we feel. These are the energies. Focus on the term embodiment. I know some people are still on the cusp about, the spiritual lens. So how I teach people is then you're going to, if you're still like a little confused, you're going to plug in the phrase, the embodiment of, and then put it in. It's always embodiment. It's always going to be on the inside. It's always going to be the nervous system. And it's always going to be about your everyday life. I love you guys. We have a tremendous movement here. We have a tremendous channel here. If you're new, I'm so grateful for all the support. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time, to help you become the greatest version of yourself. And please comment down below. Do you really feel something is off, whether it's in the body, the stuff you're experiencing in the outer world? All right, there is a connection to this. These are quantum shifts. I teach quantum shifting on this channel, real thing. We have videos. We'll put the playlist up here for you. Okay, it's a real thing. And once we are aware and conscious of these things, then we're controlling now. We're not just, oh, I'm an NPC. Oh, I'm a soulless. No, I gotta go with my soul. I gotta go with my heart. And I hope everyone goes with their heart today. I've seen this, and I feel the pain. I feel the pain. And we all go through the pain. People just can't go with their heart. And it only takes one moment. It literally only takes 1 second. And there are so many people in this world that are so rooted in their ego. They can't send a text. They can't say I'm sorry. They can't say, you know what, I truthfully love you. They can't say, you know what, I'm tired of this job. I gotta change my life. And that's your soul. That's your soul. That's the heart. That's the heart space. Ricky, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. I love you, Ricky. Thank you for that. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for everyone that hit the like button. Before we get off, hit that like button. Watch it. We went long again today. We've been going long the last few days. Yesterday's video, if you want, watch the second half of the video. We went long again yesterday. There's so much energy that's coming up. These are the really important videos. These are the really important energies that are coming up in our body, and you can't deny the heart. You got to move forward. And when you realize this, that heart is going to open up and down. This is not the TV. It's inside of you, and change and make that shift, make that internal change. Not going to be easy. And all of a sudden, you've taken back control of your everyday life. I love you guys very much. Leave comments. Share the video. I love you guys, you know, and I feel this as well. It's like we have no clue. It's destination unknown. But the only thing that we can trust, we can't trust the fake gurus. We can't trust the popular people. The greatest lesson that God taught me, I was right all along. And the only thing that you can trust is your heart. For anyone that made it to the end, that's your answer. I love you guys. It's been a very difficult time. Trust your heart in a world where no one else trusts their heart. And you're a superhero. I love you guys very much.